Good morning. It's Saturday, and I hope that you are already enjoying a great weekend. I want to encourage you to find yourself a place of worship to be in person. We're starting a brand new series at The Journey called Truths That Will Change Your Life, and I hope that you will be in person. If you cannot be in person, join us on a live stream, either on Facebook or YouTube at 10:15 a.m., and I hope that you will. Great part of your weekend is that time devoted to worship. Make sure that you have that time. In fact, really today in Ephesians chapter number 6, we're going to look at a passage that reminds us of why we need to be congregated with the rest of God's army, which is our church family. In fact, in chapter number 6 of Ephesians, verse number 10, it says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. Put on the full armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." And what do we put armor on for? We put armor on because we're in a battle. And we need to remember that we're in a battle. I think a lot of times we think that the battle is to succeed and get all the stuff this earth has to have, and that's our battle. We're just fighting to get it all into our bank account. We're trying to get it all into our holdings, or to get all the trophies into our trophy case. But really, that's not the battle at all. In fact, that's part of the enemy battle. It keeps us from concentrating on the Lord, where the real fight is for the faith, for the gospel, for lost souls, for our own walk with God. There's a battle going on, and we need to be ready for it. In fact, he goes on in verse number 12, says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand." And I want you to catch that. It says we need to do all that we can to be ready spiritually to fight the good fight of the faith. And I think that most people today that call themselves Christians are simply rolling through life and assuming that everyone has the same anxiety, worry, fear, all those things. They may, but they're armed up for the battle. And so those things may come into their heart, but they get repelled by the Spirit of God that's in them and the armor of God that's on them, spiritually speaking. And so I want to encourage you. Going to church is not just an exercise of sacrifice. Well, I got to go to church. No. We are the church, and we need to arm up, because the battle is a spiritual battle that we are fighting. And we are not even realizing that it's not even against the person that's being mean to you. It's about a wickedness that is causing them to do that. We need to fight against all of that. The only way we can do that is to arm up so we can live for Christ. And so I want to encourage you today. Be armed and ready, because the battle is raging around you. You just may not be noticing it yet. When you put on the armor of God, you will notice it. And so I want to encourage you. The armor of God is actually the next several verses. It gives us the details of it. But right there, we're given the command to be ready for the battle at all times. Why? So when the battle comes, we can stand. You think about it, we don't train our military when the war starts. We train our military in case a battle breaks out. We know there are enemies out there as a country, and so our military is trained and ready. And many of them will have their whole time in service never seeing an actual battlefield, but they're ready for the battlefield, and they have sacrificed to be ready for that battlefield. This spiritual battle is not like that. This spiritual battle is raging every single day, and we need to be armed and ready for it. So during the day, when the battle comes up, we are already living in readiness. And so I want to encourage you with that this morning. Live in readiness. Be ready for the spiritual battles that will come our way. Many of those spiritual battles come from Friday at about 5 o'clock, and they roll all the way until we try to attend a church service or be with our church family on Sunday morning. Then we get out of church from our church meeting, then it comes back on again, and it rages the whole day, trying to keep us from applying what we've learned. So I want to encourage you. Get ready, get armed. Have a great day.